Okay, hey everyone. I am going to be trying out a new game that just came out today. It's called Avowed. So this will be my first time playing this game, and I'm going to change some of the audio settings so it's not quite as deafening to my ear. Please let me know if I change anything on your end. I'm so sorry about that, but going, shall we?
Aora, a world where mortals live, die, and are reborn through the turning of the wheel, in a cycle of reincarnation, watched over by the gods. Our gods, some of whom love us more than others. Your home, the Adiran Empire, is treasured by Wodica, Our Lady of Law and Vengeance, the burned queen. But our goddess has lately turned her eyes from us, and our empire has suffered revolts, famines, challenges to rightful rule. We lack a common purpose, but we could find it in the living lands, a rich and lawless island settled by fugitives, wanderers, exiles, and us. Yet the more we free this
I'm not
place
sure if
from
this is
danger,
supposed to be Souls-like
the
or
more
not.
the land fights back. And now, as our colonists crowd into paradise,
We will certainly find out.
safe city, the locals find themselves crowded out. Many years ago, you were born to a family in our Adiran Empire, and in a rare turn of the wheel, you came into this world a godlike, touched by a patron god in the womb. To some, a blessing; to many, an abomination. You grew up an outsider, but I saw potential in you. Potential and an opportunity.
Do you think it's the shadow guy that's talking right now, or the king?
Now I call upon your
Okay,
vows to
so
our
apparently
empire and name you
it's the
my
king.
envoy. Venture
Yeah.
forth in the name of your homeland and secure our future.
This guy is absolutely a puppet. He's not. Oh, okay. So this is gonna take a minute to figure out customization. These are like they're all people.
What's the story? It's like humans are at war with nature or something like that.
I have no idea. They
They're like,
just said stuff about oh they're gods and they haven't told us anything yet.
yeah. So I think you're as an envoy, you're kind of like the Avatar, is what I'm gathering.
God. Okay, so the weird plant things. Are they?
Hmm.
We can have. Does that block your horrendous to live?
Yeah, like those dogs that can barely breathe. What are those, pugs?
I don't know. I don't know enough about this.
I think it's pugs.
Single time. Oh, and you can like completely remove the features.
That's nice. I always appreciate customization options.
But lore-wise,
So I can still choose to be. People like their options. People want customization at all times. Even if totally illogical.
it makes no.
As long as they're enjoying it.
I'm gonna be honest. This is distracting from streaming. I'm gonna switch channels, man.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, so they'll still think you're god touched or godlike, whatever, even without the features on. Good to know. Without the features, like it won't make sense because I'm assuming they discriminate against you. So I don't know enough. Hope it's fun, Archer. It's just I don't know. Like, and I don't know anything about this world. So yeah, you can make the eyes really tiny. I mean, there's options for plants not having eyes if you want to choose those. It's just personal preference. reasonable job with the character creation sliders. At least, like, I don't think I'm making this person look horrendous or more monstrous than they're supposed to be. I mean, it depends on where you're coming up with that name from. I don't know the origins of the name, so. I mean, assuming that this game is entertaining enough for me to keep playing it for a fairly long period of time, which I hope it is, we should hopefully find out. It is a nice feature for Enshrouded, just for customizable, just to not lock things behind actual classes. Also makes the face too. It determines your starting equipment. That it makes sense. After graduating with honors from Dragon Hill Academy, you published a treatise on soul lineage that threatens the legitimacy and the ire of a local lord. When he had you arrested, the Emperor intervened and recruited you into the archives of the Imperial Court. Your mind is bottomless well of occult knowledge, legal precedent, historical observation, and poetry. Forgotten more than most people ever learn. When your village's crops failed, your strange insights and unsettling manner earned your neighbors' suspicion. Foresaw the torches and pitchforks and fled to high ground. Recognized your talents and elevated you back from back alley fortune teller to his personal mystic. You have learned how to wield power from the shadows. All it takes is a dash of influence and a pitch of deception. Okay, noble scion. You were born to a noble house of great influence, middling wealth, and questionable morals. When scandals and succession disputes saw your family cast down, you threw yourself on the Emperor's mercy, and he shielded you. Canny yet refined, you have become a formidable force at court and a valuable ally to the Emperor. Let's see. Born to humble beginnings and driven to desperation by famine, your life was destined to end on executioner's block until the Emperor spared you. You're more at ease in the wilderness than in court, but your cleverness and observant nature have made you trusted. Whether tracking prey or spying on enemies, your skills are put to work both inside and outside of the throne room. Then warrior. See. You distinguish yourself on the field of battle, fighting a violent Skanite uprising, and the Emperor honored you with a place among the elite tall grass spearmen. Okay, that's a name for your regiment. Some of your scars are less obvious than others, but you wear them all with pride. Emperor values your loyalty, your grit, and martial. Yeah, you'll get attacked by. Yeah, don't go without your Pokemon. Okay, so spiritual strength through force, as well as their magics. The fact that they have might mixed with intelligent, or it mixes magic and physical testing. This has the all-round damage thing. This affects your. That one. Okay.
meetum!
You.
Beyond sake!
Luthen! Luthen Roth!
Worthen rock! Silmes meetum! Beyond Silmes meetum!
Voice actors for this must have field day trying to figure out the link. I mean, presumably what I'm doing is staying mostly silent. The game looks incredibly pretty so far. At least their cinematics.
What do you know of the living lands?
Heck and shit.
The rumors and tales are so vexing, they cannot be true. And yet they are. Those untamed wilds, overgrown with the most curious wonders, and the most dreadful abominations.
It's just Magic Last of Us.
Pulse within the heart of that soil. Something vile stirs beneath the earth.
Well, yeah, that makes absolute sense, but still.
A corruption growing.
Okay, yeah, no, this is Magic Last of Us.
Its foul tendrils reach towards us, to lash out at the Empire itself. I command you, go to the living lands, find the roots, and if necessary, sever them. You are my envoy.
Oh, actually,
Remember your vow.
this is also like that anime, which I cannot
Rest upon you.
else parody. Gets exiled to a world where no one has ever come back from. Has a bunch of plant monsters and things will kill you. Hopefully you'll be as overpowered as the main character there. Kind of doubt it, but still. Health regen from Okay, good. They talk in English.
You're alive. Thank the gods I pulled you
Hey,
out of the
Nightcrawler,
pit.
what's up?
I wasn't about to let the Emperor's envoy die on my watch. At least the journey's not completely lost. I heard the cannons. I couldn't... We... The name's Garrick, ma'am. Quarter gunner, 3rd Adheran Fleet. We spoke on the voyage. Never thought we'd end up like this. I've been here before. We've got an outpost on this island, but...
Yeah, something's not right here.
I saw flashes, envoy. It weren't the storm that wrecked our ship. It was cannon fire, and it could only have come from that fort up the hill. It makes no sense. No one fires on their own countrymen, unless... That's what I'm afraid of too. In the meantime, you survived. That means we're not scuppered yet. As long... Then I know the place to start. Adir's got an embassy in the port of Paradis. Once we make it there, we can regroup, figure out what to do next. I hate to say it, but the fort's probably our only chance of escape. We need supplies, and if our troops have been captured, they'll need our help. Thank you. I'll keep you safe. Those boards up there look old. A good hit and we can be... Take that mace. It's no good to any of our crew anymore. At least some supplies survived. For all the good it does.
Unload out to another mid, or like mid-com. This is gonna be a lot.
You look like a dab hand with that. I don't understand. Why would they fire on us, their own people? No use wondering. We've got to make sure our troops are safe.
Yeah, making graves on a beach, not typically the best idea. Not the brightest. Stand. Limited jump. do this line. Okay, so no fall damage.
Been doing patrols.
Or at least caveman level legit.
Come on, the fort's up ahead. Tripwire, watch yourself. There's no healer about.
Kill me.
How many of these damn things are there? Springberry's good. Those should rally us. Gods, it's a bloodbath. They've torn the place apart from the inside. Did they? Were they fighting each other? Envoy, I don't like this. What's that on their face?
Oh, hey, it looks like the thing on my face.
I remember some of the soldiers praying around that Adra pillar. Hope it helped their souls find the beyond.
We rise from slumber. Is it you?
That's concerning. Eldritch voices are never a good sign.
These used to be nice quarters.
One was trying to abandon ship. This really is a beautiful game. Water effects could do some work, apparently. That's
Roots? Why is she talking about roots?
whole plant monsters, deity.
Gods, is this what they were like? It's put its guard up. Hit it with everything you've got.
No, I think this is labeled as a complete game because if this was early access, it would be a really kind of insane early access. Quality-wise, this is pretty substantial.
Thought I had your back. Guess you've got mine.
Thing I'm appreciating is the fact that these aren't like generic races so far. I could call them kobolds or whatever. Lizard people, and it's not like elves, dwarves, and hobbits, basically.
Surely there's a way to clear those brambles.
Okay, find fire.
Is someone there? Over here! Help! About time. Oh, gods! Stay back. I'm not catching whatever's on your head.
Easy. She's a godlike.
You mean a god gave you that face? Touched
Wow,
the soul and everything.
That's right.
Never seen one of your kind before. I always heard folks say you were blessed. Looks more like a curse to me.
Oh, racist.
That's the Imperial envoy you're talking to. Show some respect.
The Imperial? Shite, I should have known you were a Deerans too. Funny you survived while all your friends here went belly up. Adir's had their boot on Paradise since their first soldiers came.
'Cause the place is pure chaos.
Did you not think we liked it that way? I have to smuggle just to get anything past your damn checkpoints.
Paradisans will knife you in the back over a dirty look.
At least we don't go mad and slaughter each other. The day I came, I noticed the guards talking gibberish. Then the killing started. They went wild. Stabbed their mates in their sleep.
All of this from yourself.
I heard it, all right. When the storm came, they fired the cannons. Their faces changed. That soldier in here tried to strangle me. I had to defend myself.
I've got a bad feeling about this. It doesn't make sense. What if she murdered that soldier and she's just trying to cover it up?
Is court auger like a different word for?
Wait. Look. We don't have to like each other, but we can all get out alive.
Oh yeah, no, I absolutely don't like.
The island. It should still be there.
Court auger, like the way that it was worded was like, oh, I'm going to torture this person.
Doesn't look like I have a choice, eh? You let me out, and all three of us can go to Paradise.
Envoy, I've tangled with Paradisan smugglers before. She'd say just about anything to get out that cell. Her story's full of holes. What if the boat's not there? What if she turns on us?
For fuck's sake, be reasonable. Don't listen to him.
I mean, I prefer listening to him than listen to you. On the plus side for you, like everything seems to be going to hell, so I don't think I'll leave you.
Gods, that's the sanest thing I've heard all day.
Presumably you've been talking to yourself all day, so...
It's in the warden's room. They blocked. You can find a way in, though.
If we live to regret this...
Yeah. But we will have lived to regret it, so I'm okay with that. $100% food poisoning. That's... and immediately upon his... Our purpose is to support North. Did she came move some goods? Okay. As we're where most guard people are. What the hell? Okay, so that's just how they decay. Warden. Agent. Another level of concerning.
At least you got around to trusting me eventually.
Fine. She's out. Now we should move. We gotta burn through...
The fact that there's another dead version of guide. Terrifying speed.
Ah, up there. Margarine's Fury. That'll do it.
Keep going. We're
Oh,
on the
sh-
right track.
Nice work.
Charge arrows. Arrows don't take ammo. It's gonna be fun.
Adherent soldiers don't massacre each other. They just don't. Something caused this.
Terrible army that
To think they turned on each other.
demolishes or attacks themselves.
I can't fathom it.
They were bastards when they came here. All it took was time.
But adherents, we respect each other. We're raised to follow the rules.
What's the matter? Upset your kin are no better than anyone else?
Guess I'll be trying the best weapon pairing of sword and shield.
Stay low.
Or I can just assassinate people.
Why? Did your god give you that power too?
More coming. Stay down and don't get us killed.
Get in. You're bad. I don't see. Want to gun. Screen shows your stats. From the screen, you can view attributes and their related bonuses and sending attribute by leveling. And also set attribute points in exchange for money. That's good. At least there's some flexibility there. Right side of the screen. Oh, okay. Fighter, dash forward, and smash into any way. Disrupting enemies and dealing explosive damage to break up enemy blocks, destroy walls, and shatter for enemies. Put summon lingering and tangling vines that root nearby enemies in place for 8 seconds. So complete charge in warrior, control, or summon 3 magic projectiles that seek out enemies, dealing large amounts of damage to nearby enemies. When you level up, awarded ability points that can be spent to upgrade ability. Yeah, or from quick slot. Meter purple, below your health. Replenish. Drinking potions. Fragments dropped by instant cast is
Hope you do better with that grimoire than it. Hope there's a fire spell in there. It'd make quick work of the brambles.
your spells or abilities that you just have, and then
Those look dry. Of course I didn't bring a flint.
okay. The grimoires have their own spell.
Magran's Fury in a book. We've got the high ground. How should we do this? Magic's the flashy choice, I suppose.
Not wrong about magic being the flashy choice. Annoyingly, magic being the restricted resources.
I've seen ruins like these. Wonder what they are. Maybe nobody knows.
Paradise is called regardless. Sometimes people became here long ago. Seek!
Then
Mechanics and that breathe. So there's going to be diving on them.
I tried to tell them. Why wouldn't they listen? You can't kill me. No one can kill me. I'll swim across the sea.
I knew it. Whatever's on their faces, it gets into their heads.
I'm no expert on soul plagues, but whatever you came here to find, I'd say you found it.
Us, anything that kind of screws with your mind is probably not great.
And what if it's already spread elsewhere?
Who disturbs us? You're staring. Stop staring at me. Are you going to bind me too?
Steady yourself, please. We're only trying to help.
Don't say that to crazy people.
He's gone.
You tread in the orchard. They sent orders for fire. I should have been free to drink of the land. They thought they could stop me. Vipers! Their venom stains my blade.
He can barely string a thought together. How could he have killed everyone?
He couldn't. Not like this. He's just the last one standing.
Trespassers! I become the breeze, the sun! And you return death to us!
Envoy, this could come to blows. Keep you...
Feed the roots, kill the rot!
You're gonna regret this.
Now, Jordan! Probably some noble who bought his commission. Now look at him.
Yesterday, one of your scouts was cargo ship. Headfire. Doubt this is. Doubt you are. Third incidence of desertion in the last month. Yeah, wherever these people are does not sound like a pleasant place. I realize your post grants you greater responsibility than your position as a third son, accustomed to E2. But there will be a consequence if you cannot keep your troops in watching that you trust them. Commander Hilden Tipper.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but at least he's not suffering.
Okay, that's why they called it a, but still. Okay, so you can effectively be a spell sword.
Closer, we twine. You have returned. We
Still-
felt your presence like dew on a leaf. We wake. Heed us.
Envoy, you alright? Can you hear me? A voice? What did it say?
Now your envoy's losing it.
No, I think something in the address spoke to her. Not like this. I've been round Ardra my whole life, and it never spoke to me.
I don't think it spoke to anyone. Not even godlikes.
That's some gift.
They're very trusting to call it a gift rather than assuming you're crazy.
True, like,
The boat's just up ahead.
gods, I hope you're telling the truth.
This way.
Just eating random mushrooms off the floors. Still beneficial.
Thank the gods it's still here. Get on.
So, the smuggler was...
My name's Alora, you know. Oi, I told you. I'm defending myself.
Look, if this is the soul plague the Empress sent you to find, we have to stop it. You have to stop it, no matter what it takes.
I'd heard rumors about folk changing out in the hinterlands. I thought they were just that. You know, stories. I never imagined it'd be like this.
Drawn me here for a reason. Something.
I don't know how, but if anyone can find a way, it's you.
Will you get on before I leave without you?
Aye, onward to Paradise. Never thought I'd be glad to sail here with a smuggler.
If anyone asks, you never met me. Look, I'll no thank you for showing basic decency, but you saved my life. That counts for something. To me, anyway. I don't push her luck. Not all of them, but it's not a great way to make friends. Give Paradisans a chance. That's why they came here in the first place. Hope we don't run into each other.
Suppose this is where I leave you then. I owe you my life, envoy. I won't soon forget what you did. I don't know. It's all just sinking in. I hope the folks at the embassy know where to find a good, strong drink. Same.
Either of you really made a good impression.
Final warning, Kai. One more and a... Hey! Turn around and sail back to wherever you came from. This dock is reserved for the Imperial Envoy. And she's late. Probably died at sea. Good riddance.
This could be the important person wandering up. People don't see them. True. That's always.
Wait, you're the... Fuck.
Nice.
Forgive me, Envoy. I meant nothing by it. A slip of the tongue. Can we start over? Name's Cynric, captain of the local militia. We're a scrappy bunch, but we know our way around Paradise. Unlike most Adirans who couldn't find their ass with both their hands. Oh, present company excluded. They told me you were godlike, but I didn't know what to expect. Your face, it's so...
Gorgeous, elegant, authoritative.
You're doing great.
Forgive me, again. We're having a bit of an emergency. No doubt you've come for the Adiran ambassador, but he's gone, along with our claviger.
Oh, okay.
Well, he's the closest thing we have to a local authority. Part keeper of the keys, part bald fist.
Paradis is mayor, more or less. Most people out here aren't fond of established hierarchies and titles. So, we made up some new ones.
That's going to get confusing as all hell.
They traveled northwest to the Strangle Route.
You need to find the ambassador, and I need to find the claviger. How's about we partner up? The Rowatine Navy didn't teach me fancy words, but I did learn how to
Kai, before you go, please keep in mind that the envoy is a respect. Make sure
You're the one that's offended the envoy more than...
Grote will have my head.
Better yours than mine. Right behind you. We've got to find your ambassador and my claviger before something else does.
Okay, new companion. So they actually have key cards and stuff in order to little blurbs tell us who they are. On
I'll bet you're glad to be on dry land after that voyage. Come on, let's get you some fresh air.
gotten nothing but fresh air, but okay.
Pargrunen left these beacons all over the island. They're good for finding your way around.
Why doesn't the claviger put a stop to it?
What do you think, dimwit?
There's the link.
Please, how hard is it to answer a question? I can't believe how rude everyone is around here. How hard could it be to find a watcher? How did you... Actually, maybe I should talk to you instead. I'm clearly under some kind of curse. A band of Zorips invaded my house. What am I gonna do?
Not really a curse. That's just a, oh, I have a problem.
Why did they do anything? They've probably eaten all my food and destroyed my supplies. First, my ship gets attacked by pirates. Then none of my plants will take. Now this happens? And they won't let me into Paradise to sort it out? Too long. I'm not sure how much of it is the militia anyway. I wonder if it's really the Adirans. Keep us out and themselves in. I should never have come here.
Come here for a better life and find a worse one. Wish I hadn't heard that before.
Thank the gods. I wasn't sure how many more pitying looks I could stand. Then take my house key. It's northwest of here. That cabin on the cliff all by itself. Gods know I can't go back. And there's nothing to steal either. The Zorips saw. Come back when you've dealt with them. I'm sorry, but... Thank you. That may not be worth much coming from a stranger, but I mean it.
That's nice. A little specific. And I guess that means the closer the companion that you're with, or like kind of the more often you're with them. Um, Basically, what you missed was actually, I'm not sure how long you were gone. We got off the island. The like basically nightcrawler looking guy and the smuggler were not like official companion people. And this guy, Mr. Blue Mermaid or Scaly Person, is the companion. We need to look for the effective mayor and the ambassador who we're supposed to meet, and I just looked into a side quest. I think that's about it.
I've come in search of lost treasures. Have you heard any rumors of such things in the area?
I suppose so. There are some public ruins.
What kind of stance is that? Get serious, get lost.
a giant purple thing, so that's concerning me. Oh, okay. Not as concerned. Assuming. That will heal you. Let you in.
You know, for most people, getting sent to the Living Lands is a punishment. But, according to Cynric, you're the personal envoy of the Emperor of Adir himself. Quite a position. I should ask you for some good campfire stories later. I'd be lying if I said that didn't tempt me all the more. But, I'll take you at your word. Talk of the plague inland has folk nervous enough as it is. Is that why the Emperor sent his personal mystic to the Living Lands? Oh, that almost does sound like a punishment. I don't know how you investigate a so-called plague of the soul, so better you than me. Being a godlike, I don't suppose your patron deity gives you any unique insights into matters of the soul, do they? Sorry. It's a rare sight, and these are strange times. I haven't met anyone who's really seen the Dream Scourge yet, but that hasn't stopped people from worrying about the rumors. Refugees are flooding in from outlying regions. The guards are restricting access to the city. And people are making offerings to the gods for everything from hangovers to indigestion, just in case. I like your confidence, just be careful how... Unfortunately, the presence of so many Adiran troops and the rumored exploits of the Steel Garrote Paladins supporting them is only making a tense situation worse. I think that's why the Clavenger accompanied your ambassador.
The names for their platoons really need some work.
Exactly. Paradise has been quiet lately.
No sense. The Steel
I don't know
Garrote.
how long that'll last. We're talking about an island that has been largely settled by nomads, exiled people who tend to be suspicious of authority. But what about you? What's your stake in things? Besides your orders, of course. Someone once told me you need more than a little crazy to last out here. I get the feeling you'll fit right in. I'll let you get some rest, but thanks for talking. It's good to be part of a squad again, even if it's just for a while. Enjoy the ocean breeze while we're here.
Cycle. Okay, so it just makes it night when you set up. Not terrible. Good way to distinguish, or like normal, quote unquote, normal gameplay.
Unseen, unheard.
What the hell?
Give me a second.
Yes, very much a surprise bear. They said, like, under the strength tree, they say there's an inventory.
There's no guarantee of safety out in the wilds.
Yeah, there's an inventory. I haven't found a place to see if I missed it in small. Take a small break and get something to drink.
Where's my mark?
Oh, okay. So you can do quick selects in order to direct your companion.
Move along, please.
Just glad sprinting doesn't take stamina.
Greetings, friend. You look like you could use a fine weapon or a sturdy shield. Not to worry. I suggest you take a look at my wares before you speak to Daggerda. Who knows what...
Vacations.
What do you think you're doing?
He actually reacted to me jumping on his storefront.
What harm could some new armor do? Heading out to the wilds? Make sure you have everything. You don't want to...
Kai, I told you not to show your face around here again.
Come on. You're not still mad about that hunting knife, are you?
All right, no. You're clear. But you better pay up front this time.
I knew you'd come around. You miss me.
I'll let you think that.
I don't mind him. What are you interested in?
Yes, because I hear that there's probably a cook.
Welcome to Dawnshore, traveler. My name is Daggerda. You seem like you could use a nice potion or a bite to eat, and I promise a safe and...
Protect that pretty face.
So
Armor and shields for sale, envoy.
I'm gonna get something to drink and probably a snack or something. Okay, I'm back. Some beef jerky and some water. So probably feels more like rations than anything.
Beautiful view from these cliffs. Real long way down, too.
I feel like I'm very, very likely.
Watch the left. Next one's mine. Stand a chance. Left flank. Zarps. They may be small, but they'll overwhelm you if you're not careful. Together, shot. One for you. Give me a target. What's the target? Aim where?
am I hitting?
Not later.
This is Dehangan's place, or was. It's the Zarub's now.
Set up a pretty nice camp.
Who's ready for more? Have access to these because of the grimoire. This one would be helpful. Grimoire.
Anything juicy?
Acid and poison damage tends to look not terribly great in terms of like corrosion and stuff, but just the ability to siphon health off of something very useful. Same thing with siphon mana, or essence, I guess.
Maybe it has something to do with that wall painting in the other room. Let's
Yeah, it looks like they're her friends. It doesn't look like they're...
I'm no art critic, but I've never seen a mural like that. Looks like an elf and Zarep holding hands. What do you see?
They share a bond drawn from...
Why don't we ask Tehangan about it? It's her house. She ought to know something.
The living land. Time to.
No.
Nice.
Oh, please tell me I can go home now. Tainted? Why would they do that?
It's true. It looked just like you. Not sure they got your eyes right, though.
So, they've made it their territory. I should have figured I wouldn't be able to fool someone like you. Have you ever felt aimless? Like you ought to have a purpose, but you don't? Like you'd do anything to find out why you're meant to be here? I'd love to. I'm not good at anything, no matter what I put my mind to. An animancer told me that I might have half a soul. I finally had an answer. The question was, who got the other half? I thought if I could meet this person and see what they were like, I might gain some purpose or something. And then I came here and found a Zorip. Maybe, but it's not like mine. How could we understand each other? I can't even speak to it. I'm so... I've got to find some meaning in all this. I can't go back and I can't go forward. I'm just stuck here. Lost. Again. Well, when you put it like that, all I want is to belong somewhere. Maybe I'm just not meant to. I'm so tired. I should go. Thank you for trying to sort through this.
That lady was depressing as hell. Okay, so you can cook just evolved. Kind of interesting.
After your voyage, it must be nice to spend the night on dry land. Personally, I've always found the rocking of a ship to be soothing. As long as I've got my feet facing the bow, that is.
Really is tits. Someone was actually brazen enough to sneak into the cat pit.
People around. Come and see how much good we can do.
Your armor could use some work.
It's like, what the hell's a soul?
Work. Let's check the watermill for supplies.
Another glorious battle.
How's it going, EP? Everything going good with you and your like family? I'm hoping everything's kind of looking up.
Oh, no, you don't.
That's great to hear that you're kind of developing interests. Early on, that's going to be something you hopefully look back on pretty well.
Even Pargrunan built these walls and much of Paradis centuries ago. Much of their work still stands. Careful. Looks like spiders nearby.
woodworking's incredibly hard. Like, it takes a long time to master it. Like, starting that early, especially if they show an interest, is great. Yeah, that's the correct attitude to have in terms. Like, if you're going to adopt a kid, you want to be in their life quite a bit. I'm hoping, well, you'll learn as it goes, but some kids want space, some kids want. I mean, you were a child once, and same with people in general. So, like, you need to kind of figure out their personality, and it's going to take more than a couple days for that to kind of stick. That's the best you can do. That's absolutely the best thing that you can do is just let them kind of.
Seeks through here. Who poisons us? We cannot see.
Sorry. Um, give them space and just, or not give them space, but like give them an opportunity to get comfortable with you and see what they like and what you like.
Odd. Didn't used to be this overgrown. I guess to take care of it.
Yeah, that's the best you can do with a kid is expose them to as much stuff as you can and let them pick and choose which one they kind of agree with more. At least that's in my opinion what to do with kids. Pushing kids to go down a specific path doesn't always.
Where did all
The scourge invades. Claw it out. It breathes. It is close.
Yeah, that's sure. That's I'm glad that your lawsuit is going well.
what happened?
It's still going to take a lot of time because they're going to appeal and do a lot of stuff, I'm sure. I mean, if the hospital fucked up, the hospital fucked up.
Being hunted. Get rid of the band. We'll talk after.
Cowardly little asshole.
Show me what you got.
Okay, later, Archer.
You take lead.
I got it.
Oh, this pauses the... Okay, that makes things a lot.
Not looking so good.
Okay, that was
That, you monstrosity!
fun.
Well done.
What happened to that bear? Just like the good old days.
Oh, poor bastard. One of Ludwine's toy soldiers. I never even learned their name.
Yes, not learning when. That would also, yeah, that would probably be good, assuming that you have kind of like, are you talking about watching or are you talking about like streaming?
Not that it would have done us any good. My savior. Oh, thank the gods. Your arrival couldn't have been more timely. I wouldn't have stood a chance against that beast. I owe you my life. Oh, Ambassador Falchion Heelguard at your service. And you must be our Imperial envoy. Better late than never, I say.
Yeah. You seem to get it. Is give them options. Don't try to restrict them. Other like those kinds of restrictions or rules are going to, especially someone who's been through the system, is going to be pretty. And that's a great thing to have, man. That really is great.
Oh, resourceful and polite. Aren't you going to introduce me to your capable companion? Can he be trusted? I found it pays to be prudent about the company you keep in Paradise. The Empire doesn't have many friends on these shores.
I mean,
Not with that attitude.
exactly.
I'm charmed.
That's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Poor fellow. It was the bear that killed him, of course. This wilderness has been a little too wild of late. Envoy.
She raises a fair question.
On my honor,
Yeah, that's absolutely an option. Just
not of my doing. Let's speak no more of this. We heard alarming reports of a blight in the wilderness, and a strange corruption moving toward the city. The changes in the ecosystem are...
it often gives kids a sense that they have a voice, especially if they reach more people than in general I do.
What we found was that creature gone mad. So, the rumors of plague were true. The situation is more dire than I imagined. We need a plan of action before whatever this is consumes the living lands.
We are here. Come to us. Commune with us. We have waited for you. Come.
What's the matter? Fascinating. The Emperor trusts your judgment, and so do I. Whatever you think is best, I'll support it.
Right behind you.
Oh, just be careful. The Emperor would never forgive me if anything happened to you.
Take it slow. We'll be right here.
There are pretty inexpensive ways to do VTuber models according to like the professional VTubers that I watched before I started this. You can always start like with what I'm doing with the PNG. Like the PNGs are cheap, and all of the streaming software, most of it is free. Um, Cheap relatively to getting a full like VTuber model. Those have the model art plus whatever clothing, layers, and then like the person to rig it. Um, I would like you're not going to have an issue with any of the financial stuff, I'm assuming, but uh, like you don't need to go full gung ho with it all at once, especially because like me basically right now, um, you can only put so much effort into stuff when you don't feel like you're getting a return.
We feared you were but a dream. We wake from seasons of slumber. We have been waiting. A colony of insects, the many united by one purpose. Mycelia twining through the loam, taking and giving in equal measure. We are the ache in the land, the roots that run deep. And you are familiar to us. Our memories are fractured, but you too are alone in your strangeness.
So we shall see. I mean, that's kind of the eventual step I want to take with streaming if I get any amount of viewers. Um, I want to get to the point of being V. VTubers got me through a pretty hard time in my just by entertaining. I guess. So I kind of wanted to be that for someone else, if possible. One of these days, I think I'll get.
Godlike. This term means nothing to us. But why would you belong to another, shackled like us, to rot and corruption? It spreads and festers and seeps and crawls. Poor bear, poor us, poor you. No, no, not its fault. Fear hides behind teeth and talons. We are afraid too. We fear the rot. It spreads in the bear, the water, the wild. It is an infection. A foreign body invades. The host fights back.
I really appreciate that, EP. That does mean a lot.
It overwhelms us. If an animal sickens after a fight, as it howls and sings its agony, what do you do?
Get out of its misery. Oh, okay. There are better options here. No. I need context to be. Probably.
Death. Because some things might might be pruned, some branches cut to save the tree. Envy. How much we envy the loving dead, peaceful under the flowers.
Again, I appreciate it. The more people like you that participate in chat, uh, that come to stream whenever I can, it really does help motivate quite a bit.
The rot festers. We could suck the poison out, let green things grow in its place, and we could give you the gift of our healing touch. But a favor for a favor. We offer you the power to heal and be healed, and you would decide. Do you wish this power or not?
This feels like a deal with the devil. This is going to bite me in the ass, but
For a favor, then, this place shall heal, and you shall retire. New again.
it's not the best, but it's also, at least for me, it feels like practice. And I mean, you are the only one in chat now that Archer's gone.
Incredible.
So, like, it's, again, it's helpful to be able to respond to something.
You all right? You look like you were in a trance for several minutes.
What happened? What can you recall? Spare no detail.
I've said the same thing after a flask of Eric, but I know better than to trust that feeling.
I think you may have overexerted yourself. Once we're back in civilization, Inquisitor Ludwine will need to hear of this. I've agreed to share my findings with the Steel Garrote, as long as they do the same. Not that she has any interest in ecology. Ludwine is obsessed with our security. Sees enemies lurking around every corner.
I mean, that seems to be correct. I really do appreciate that, EP.
Perhaps, but danger takes many forms, some more subtle than others. The Steel Garrote provide us some much-needed protection, but they answer only to themselves. We have our interest in the living lands, and they have theirs, a mutually beneficial arrangement. Stay out of their way, and they'll return the favor. You're going to be troublesome, aren't you? At least you're on our side. We'll talk more at the embassy. I'll ensure the Paradise militia give you free passage into the city. Envoy, what you've done here is truly amazing. Let's keep up the good work, eh?
Just watch your step. There are swaths of the city barely more civilized than this.
My memory for US history is pretty limited. The only thing I know about the Alamo is what pop culture remembers about the Alamo. And I don't know anything about David Crockett. I just know the name.
Whatever the Inquisitor's like, she can't be worse than that bear, can she?
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that in the, I think the
You are full of
first stream you came in.
I'd heard god knights have strange
Um,
powers, but I've never known one to heal an entire grove. Guess your emperor really did seem the right person for the job, huh? Still, you have your work cut out for your parodies. Enjoy the calm while you can.
The path to Paradise is a tad overgrown, but I can find a way back.
okay, if we do take fall damage, that is good to know. Not expecting that. Don't even worry about it. It's just like, trust me, I wouldn't expect you to remember what I said 3 days ago,
Hilgard doesn't seem like the kind of man you'd
just briefly.
here, does he?
So
Much better suited to it.
my own short-term memory without brain surgery is probably on par with what yours is with. I mean, I'd hope so. I'd hope that you found this and are continuing to. What's the term that a lot of Twitch people end up being? Chat reflects the streamer. I like to think of myself as a good person, so I'm hoping that my chat will, when it eventually develops into more than a couple people, will reflect that kindness and understanding. That is my hope, ultimately. If you, I'm sorry to say, if you have to ask that question about yourself, then you may need to consider it. The best way I have found to think of, oh, am I a decent person, is based on the people around me and my life and how they react when around them. Sadness, see that. Must be.
You're mine now. Aim where? Nothing like a win with a good team.
You got everything you need to fix up your armor. Let's head to camp.
Surround yourself with as good of people as you can.
Hard coat that strengthens weapons and armor.
Already are more kind and generous than a lot of people. The the best you can do is keep it up and attempt not to allow distractions or life events to change you. That's definitely one way of looking at it.
We face out there.
And it's unfortunate that you didn't have a better relationship with your father. But you are definitely picking up better habits for it from the sounds of it. I know that many fathers are not good people. It's just, it's an unfortunate.
Well, well. If it isn't the new arrival. So eager to make a name for herself.
I'm really hoping you're not talking about, like, literally a killer. Because that would be unfortunate. But
Wow. Aren't you the little do-gooder? Me and Pod, we aren't so fond of Outlanders. Especially ones looking as
Red.
strange as you. For all we know, you're one of those sick
You,
bastards. A plague carrier. A blight on our fair city.
okay, then from the sounds of it, you don't need to worry about becoming your father if they're literally a killer.
Boss, she's trying to bewitch us with weird words.
Shut it, Pod. Let me do the talking.
You're doing great so far. Really menacing.
No one brings the plague into my town, Outlander. No one. At least you can die knowing it wasn't personal.
Gonna try to kill me.
Oh, poor thing. Did I hurt your feeling? Ha! Let's make it quick. You're not the only one with
Good. Let's get... I was just getting warmed up.
Yeah, that's a pretty low bar to surpass. So I'm glad that that's not in question for you.
Nice banner, ain't it? I found it on the beach, covered in bird shit. Must have washed ashore from parts unknown.
don't think too much into that.
The ambassador's expecting you.
Family is, for me, a source of strength because I'm close with my family and they are in general. Um, from the sounds of it, you're being introspective already, so there's no need to kind of berate yourself any further. It was a short game. You can keep that energy up for the long run.
You should not be here. You should be free, whole, the blood feeding your veins. Why are you here? The arrow struck. Then your soul found us, here in the emptiness, where the gods live and the dead wait. A cage, a prison. We feel the souls of multitudes, a current beneath the skin of this place. We could dip our hand in once, feel them near us. But now, we are trapped like wasps in amber. But you should be alive. This place does not matter. The branches of your life were pruned. An arrow broke the skin. It carried poison to your veins. A festering blot of corruption spread through the root and sap. It stilled your heart. It silenced the song in your mind.
I really don't. I'm really not that clever. Unless you get the really bad ones about I got my eye on you. Oh wait, or like stuff like that. I know your condition's serious, but um, I'd just Google jokes about seeing or rather than eye specifically. I'll probably give you a little more range to look at.
They hurt you, but we do not hear rage hissing in you like a serpent. Why? Soften. Quiet. You would accept the winter before spring, but you do not understand. Your soul is imprisoned here.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. I'm assuming you're going with the pirate look rather than the trying to put in a glass eye or anything like that.
You think of us. With your own escape, we will use our waning.
Okay, so you're going to go with the prosthetics and absolutely let it heal. I was just wondering if you were kind of decided on which way you want to go. Um, I'd honestly probably get personally, I'd probably go with both options or just keep them available just in case you change your mind or like one feels too uncomfortable.
You are ours. We tend to the sprout on the bough. Breathe deep. All birth is agony.
I personally wouldn't want anything with a battery that close to my brain. Just a me.
You're awake? Thank the gods. For a second there, I thought I had... You're alive. Somehow. That's what counts.
Glad to see you with us. I was sure you were already on your next trip around the wheel, but I brought you here just in case. If anyone can work a miracle, it's Liviana, though whatever restored you is beyond even her skill.
Probably think of a couple people with eye patches. Or Majima is one of the like more well-known ones. Well, there's probably quite a few edgelord anime characters that you could cosplay if you really wanted to. Getting into cosplay is, from what I understand, quite difficult if you want to get like real good pro at it.
That's what everyone in Paradise is asking. The streets have been less murderous since your ambassador and his guards took up residence. But your assassination is bound to upset that uneasy peace.
There's something I still don't understand. Envoy, you died.
You really do wear a lot of hats.
You say that like it's a good thing. But the mortal soul is not adept at coping with trauma.
What does this mean for her? Should she expect anything else strange? Other than coming back from the dead, I mean.
That depends on a few things. Visions and hallucinations? Likely. Manifestations of past lives? Uncommon, but possible.
Okay, so this world has reincarnation for God. Soul isn't quantifiable. It's good or interesting.
Not as often as I used to. This is far beyond my expertise. You should visit Runid, our local watcher. She would know what to make of your strange stuff. I don't blame you for your misgivings, but Runid is the real thing. Go and see for yourself. A watcher examines the soul down to its very core. I can't think of anyone more. Runid's shop is in the hills to the north. Just head out of the gate to... Oh, but avoid the watcher in Hightown. She's a known charlatan. I'll send word to the ambassador. I'm afraid not. Better luck in your next life. Head up the stairs outside my clinic and take a left onto the main road. That'll get you to the embassy. Apologies. Paradise is a bit of a maze, especially to newcomers.
Don't worry. I know my way around. Which is why I should go with you. Your assassination is bound to have stirred things up.
Definitely live a unique life.
schedule was clear. Besides, I don't want this to blow up any more than you do. The sooner we solve your murder, the better for everyone. And we should talk back at camp. I'm hoping you can help me understand what just happened to you.
I very much agree. Unique lives do tend to be pleasant.
Hey, I had a dream about you.
And I don't know that
This may not be the prettiest part of town, but it's got the grinning Battle Rock.
God's
You saved my life.
God his greatest trials for his greatest soldiers or something along those lines. It's decent saying to make you feel strength and encouraged, but because it makes you wonder, like, hey, why can't I have it a little bit? Having one thing come after you after another would be stressful.
He's dead. It's not like I can do anything to him.
You can see that the poor bastard is properly processed.
The grass is always greener. Okay, yeah, that's the correct quote. God gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers. Backhand me personally, really? Damn, brutal. But no, I understand. It's just saying it ends up feeling like they're telling you to suck it up because this is God's plan for you. It may be God's plan for you, but actually, there's no buts. It may be God's plan. You don't have to like it. That's where I was. I mean, you don't have to follow religions in general. I have no. I also don't follow a. I like the one thing this country is supposed to be good for, not necessarily good for, but supposed to be, is freedom of religion, speech. Like, you say whatever you want as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else.
The wood echoes, strangled suffering. We knew this creature. Night falls, the ache subsists. We can speak more easily. The bear, the rot in the heart. Did its beauty sing to you? Wilt, then grow again. What gleams cannot be a monster? We wish you had not killed it. Cull the sickness, clear the rot. Kill one to save the other. Still. Violets and the stars. We wish for both. Earth into rebirth. Growth into life again. Beauty without end. Must all we love turn to ash? Can we not save it?
This game is a little dark, so confusingly apt with what we're talking about.
Mercy like a knife. It hunts all. Sleep now.
This game is called Avowed. Um, I'm going to be honest, I don't know about it. It literally just came out today. There were some people with like early access stuff about it, and they've given it good reviews. And it also looks real pretty, all things considered. Um, but so far, I'm finding it fairly entertaining, though a little confusing with the tutorial, or at least with some of the controls. It's taking some time to, but it seems fun so far. The fact that I've been streaming for my longer than my normal amount is a good sign. This definitely gives kind of Crusader vibes, like Crusader era vibes, just because of the musket and everything like that. Yes, it did just drop today, so like if you think like the gameplay that you're looking at now, I'm not good at games, but if you think the gameplay matches what you would like, absolutely. The real benefit of this game so far is just that like all of the graphics and everything are incredibly polished. At least in my opinion. That is definitely something that you should, if exposed, they should be exposed to like in a controlled environment with an adult present. Especially at that age. I wouldn't trust myself at that age with a weapon. And to like weapon.
Another godless ruin. Your countrymen turned that one into a shrine to Wodaka.
Didn't mean to imply that you follow those kinds of safety things. It's just what I would own, I guess.
If anyone can get away with looting a temple, it's a godlike.
Well met. Feel free to partake of Wodaka's favor.
So-called godless people. Disappeared centuries ago, but left plenty of ruins to remember them by. First rule of godless ruins, don't touch anything.
We have been here before. Does the new earth settle beneath your feet? We whisper in dreams, an aspiration. Where did we go wrong? Now our memory is a wound reopened. For generations, the Akita wandered the land, seeds in the wind. Then you, Kishimal, were born with our face. Our flowers bloomed in your hair. Your people saw a sign of greatness. You were chosen, deserving. They would demand that you earn it. The elders trained you not as a child, but as a paragon. They expected everything. They forgave nothing. The responsibility was like a stone. Help us remember. Kishimal, how did you bear the... defiance inspired others to seek new traditions, new ideas. The more that you resisted your calling, the more you fulfilled it. When you came of age, turmoil stirred. Lightning split the bark. Some tired of their exile. They wanted to return to their ancestral lands.
Not sure how that kind of attention is necessarily good for a high schooler. There's no real options in that case, but still, at least in high school for me, I was the kind of person that wanted to blend into the background. And I think I succeeded.
They were born here. They could not even name what they had left behind. You dreamed of a city where the sea swept into the wood, a place to flourish, to gather, more than a settlement, a home. After years of hunger, the Akita deserved stability. You could not nourish your souls without nourishing your bodies first. So
I haven't met too many Joshes in general.
but we resisted them. What was a wall to a trailing vine, an arch to a mighty oak? The Akita's fate hung by spider silk. Months became years, and the people stood in awe of what they built. It eclipsed the lands of their ancestors. Its spires challenged the clouds. Your greatest triumph awaited you. The people reasoned that the one who had built the city should lead it. A chorus of their voices joined in one. Another wait. Some claimed that this was the destiny your birth foretold. Tell us, Kishamon, how did you lead?
Oh, this is the. They were saying about the soul having flashbacks of history. I mean, that's unfortunate. All around you.
You would not decide, but not all of so your reign passed, a year into an age. The sea until one day. We see ash. We can remember no more, no matter how far we reach back. It is fruitless, a void, a tremor in the Adra. Perhaps it should not be known. Yet one shape shines.
I was going through a lot in school, so to be honest, I don't remember most of it. It's been a long enough time and so inconsequential that I don't remember school. Remember some people, I just don't remember.
In chaos, you found clarity. They spared you, a second chance that you knew you did not deserve. We twine together. We reach for the sky.
Hey, Envoy. Back with us?
Oftentimes, people are smart, are not necessarily the happiest of people. Sounds like old school Hot Topic. Um, being bullied, not fitting in necessarily, definitely a kid experience that. What does that say? If you don't know, if you weren't bullied in high school, you probably were the bully.
That's one for us.
That's definitely a good thing. I'm going to call it a stream. So thanks for coming to hang out. I'll probably be, not tomorrow, but probably Thursday, I'll probably continue this game or a different game, roughly same time, normal streaming time. So I hope to see you then. Have a good day, and I hope everything goes well with you, okay?